I'm going to expose how gaming addiction destroys your dopamine system and traps you in low self-esteem. Because I lived it. But more importantly, I'll show you how I broke free from the cycle using sword fighting, not just as a hobby, but as a weapon to rebuild my brain, my body, and my confidence. You'll walk away with a whole new understanding of how dopamine system works, how gaming companies manipulate it, and why especially HEMA is the best reset button for gamers that no self-help video ever talks about. Hi, my name is Michael, and my mission is to help young guys ditch their own video game obsessions and start their own sword fighting journey. Do you feel like games used to be more fun, but now they left you drained and empty? I was obsessed with optimizing my gaming performance, but every time when I closed the game, I felt emptiness. I felt total darkness inside of me. I'll break down why HEMA is the best training ground for rebuilding your reward system. Games feed you fake goals and fake competition. And that's what I started to realize, that this is an artificial thing created by gaming companies to keep you hooked. And I was hooked as when I was gaming, all of my energy went into researching and optimizing every single bit of my gameplay. I researched what is the best meta, what are the best perks, what is the best hero to play, how to win. And it wasn't only about spending 2 or 4 hours in the game. I spent the whole day looking up videos, researching, and all of my energy, all of my thoughts were focused only on this specific thing. I didn't have anything going on in my life, because I thought that by achieving those rewards, I had control over my life. When I did all of those bad things, I ignored my mental health, I ignored my fitness. I looked like a skinny fat if I am honest. And I wasn't driven by purpose. I was lost. I was lost in my gaming world. And that didn't change my life. My gaming addictions were just like an addiction. All of your thoughts, all of your energy go into this specific thing, because you think you have control over your life. But let me tell you, it's not true. That's just not true. They keep feeding you fake achievements, fake goals, like pixels on the screen. Imagine, do you really feel those pixels? Do you can grab them, smash them, slash them or something? No. It's just on the screen. What if I forced you to lock you up in a room without any internet connection or gaming PC? What would you do? And for example, I gave you a stick. Maybe not this stick, but I just gave you a stick. What would you do? You would probably grab this stick and start slashing with it. And be honest, you would get a bit excited because you're starting to do real stuff with your body. And your mind, in that specific moment, your mind starts to rewire your dopamine receptors. You don't know it yet. If you're waking up with no energy, anxious, and with low self-esteem, your dopamine may be broken, but don't worry. It's not your fault, but it's your responsibility. HEMA forces a dopamine reset through real pain and progress. With real effort comes real reward. Sword fighting is hard, it's awkward and it's really uncomfortable, but it means something. My first few sessions, I felt clumsy and weak. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no technique, I had no power inside myself, I had no drive to win in a fight. But I started to respect it. I kept going. After that, a realization came to me that I didn't game today, and I don't even care. I stopped craving it. You have to promise yourself one thing. Start small. Maybe try to train footwork in your room, or grab a stick and go outside, train some guards or strikes. It will help you with your dopamine, and it's a lot better than just spend 10 hours in front of the screen. Trust me. You don't need buffs, you need real brotherhood. Games fake social interactions. You need real people that will push you to your limit, that will see you struggle through trials and tribulations, and they will need to see you in pain. But that's what really matters. In my HEMA club, my sparring partners and my coaches, my mentors, through pushing me to my limit, gave me a real connection that wasn't filled with shiny objects. And I remember one time when our coach told us to do a simple drill with a partner. And I remember clearly how I didn't had any focus or even drive to properly strike my opponent on the head. I thought that I will harm him, basically. And right now I'm looking at it like I was touching my partner's mask with a headbutt, not with a sword. I had to hit him, of course, with not a full power of a strike, but just like with confidence. I had to hit him. I didn't do that. I just lightly tapped him on the head. That wasn't a sword I was using. I used this sword. It's made out of foam. Oh. And it's really light compared to real feather. It's so much easier to hit someone and faster. I didn't know how to strike my opponent on the head, on the hands, and how to strike him in the legs. But after our drill, our coach told us to spar with each other. We could choose our sparring partner, and we could fight how long we wanted to. And I don't remember who I've sparred with the first in my entire life, but it wasn't nice. Of course it wasn't nice, because my partner had so much more experience in basic things like footwork. I think he didn't even move from me that much. He just stayed in a place, of course with tiny steps, correcting his position. And with that, he just struck me always on the head. I didn't know what to do, so I tried to hit him back, but he was always faster than me. And even if I tried to do it in the same time, he always struck me to the head and closed the line with his crossguard. And of course, I died, he won, every time. After that sparring, he came to me and told me that I should not worry, because he saw potential in me. Maybe a small one, but he saw it, and he told me how to guard my head from this strike. He told me how to shield my head. So just move my sword from here to my left position. And after that I realized that he didn't have to tell me this, but he wanted to. I still think why, but probably I already know the answer. Because when people see that you're struggling, in real life I mean, when people see that you're struggling, they by their nature start to help you. They want you to grow. And that's why he gave me this advice. And in the next sessions I still was struck to the head, to my mask. But I already knew what I had to correct in me. That feedback is so much more important than just existing by yourself or training per se. Of course, you can train longsword techniques by your own. You can do all of that on a stick and like without anyone else. But HEMA fundamentally is about human interaction. It's made to, of course, defend yourself or attack your enemy. It always, in a weird way, connects two people or more, if you will. So it builds your character, it builds your strength, it builds your connection to other people, it builds your productivity. Yeah, because your brain starts to rewire itself, but you don't really know about it yet. That's why I'll build a community and a paid course for beginners like you. Guys who want to break free from their gaming cycle and start fresh. Click the link in the description below. That may be your first real step. Gaming isn't the problem, but the way it's designed is. It's stealing your focus, your energy, and your future. Sword fighting gave me everything that gaming couldn't deliver. Strength, purpose, and peace of mind. If you want to reset your brain, reclaim your masculine drive, and become the man you were meant to be, join us. The link is in the description. And if you're not ready yet, then just start training solo. Move your body, touch the sword, grab a stick, and go outside to the park. Start the shift. And remember, always take the initiative.